Anyways, on the way back home, what did you want to ask?
Uh, so I've been trying to figure out if this girl likes me, but I don't know exactly how to tell, and
How to tell?
I don't want to get embarrassed by asking her out.
Oh, see, you're in 6th grade. Didn't you just break up with the one girl?
Yes.
Now you're looking at getting. Aren't you? Please tell me they don't have them for the same class.
No.
Thank God. Do you walk her to any of her classes?
No.
Do you talk to her on the phone at all?
No.
I mean, well, I can't say because my time we didn't even have. We have one phone. 6th grade, we definitely weren't using to call anybody. We're outside playing, so. Has she acted like she likes you? Has she done anything?
No.
Well, I would at least wait till she starts acting like she likes you before you just go bust a mat.
Mm. Yeah, 'cause it would be pretty embarrassing for me to just ask her, because one of my friends knows her very well, because they used to sit at the same table, and he tells me that if I were to tell her that I like her and she doesn't like me back, that there's a chance that she just might hate me.
Not hate you, but it might make it weird. Like she might be like, this is odd. There's that. Well, you always take that chance. There's that chance she might just be like, now it's weird. She doesn't know how to act like you because she knows you have a crush on her or something like that. And what are you gonna do if stuff like that happens?
Because something like that did happen to one of my friends. He told this girl that he liked her, and the girl told him that he didn't like him back, and my friend didn't take that too well.
Most guys don't take rejection very well, especially when they're young and not mature. See, that's a problem too. You got to be able to take rejection. You can tell her you like her, but you got to be understand. She can also tell you she doesn't like you. Just because you like somebody doesn't mean they have to like you. That even goes just with regular people. So, when it comes to friendship and people you like, this was when I was young. I was a chef at a real ready country club, and there was this female server there. I guess she had some crush on me. I had no idea. I had none. Like, she was way too, for me, I think she was only like 20 or 21. I wasn't that old. I was only 28 or 26, 27. But I wasn't down with that anyway. She acted like a kid, basically. And she had a boyfriend there, so I didn't pick up on it. But apparently one night she got real offended because in me in the kitchen, I don't give a crap. Work is work. I ain't got friends at work. I got colleagues, and that's it. I was there to work. I wasn't there to, kiss anybody's butt. And apparently this girl would get her soul crushed by me daily because I was normal. And one day I was working in the pantry, helping out pantry, bust out some stupid thing just cut off. I don't even know why. Like, that sucks.
Oh, great.
Anyways, as I was telling you, back in my day at Rio Verde, um, there was this girl that had a crush on me. I had no idea about it, and I was helping out pantry get through the rush, and all of a sudden, I don't know, I handed her something. I was just like, let's go, let's go, let's go, and she was like, you understand? I was very honest. You know the way I am. And she's like, you don't like me very much, do you? I was like, excuse me? She said, I know you don't like me. And she was hoping, like with most girls, when they tell a guy that, they're hoping that the guy will say, oh no, 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 I think you're nice. I looked at her, I'm like, excuse me? I was like, don't take it personal. I kept working. Everybody's like, oh God. I was like, what? I was like, I'm just being honest. I was like, I'm here to work. I'm not here to make friends with anybody. I was like, I'm your chef. I'm not here to pamper you and go hang out with you. That's not my job. One time, as a favor for Chef Damiano, because he was renting a house to some kids at the same country club, I went over there to check on it, and because he asked me to. And then it was so funny because the same thing, and I had a rep at that time. I lifted a lot of weight, so I was not afraid to show it. I didn't mess around. I didn't kid around. I didn't mess around. I didn't have time to play. And these guys, they're college kids at the same time. But even though when I was in college, I still didn't act like it because I already worked in kitchens. I wasn't new to the game. Like a lot of these guys had never been in the kitchen. They didn't know what the hell they were doing. And then I had kids barely doing their internships. Some students had just graduated and they thought they were chefs. I'm like, you're not a pinche chef. You just graduated. Get out of here. So I show up to this party, and the minute I show up, it's dead quiet. Like literally like a movie. And it was me, Mario. It was just me and Mario. And when we showed up, everybody got quiet as I'm walking in because earlier that day, one of the jackasses from the college, I don't know where he was from. I guess it was they all had some fraternity and they're used to being treated like royalty. And he messed up, and I kept telling him, I forgot what I told him, but I got on his case. And then apparently he was pissed off about it, but there's nothing he could do. And when I walked in, he was just talking about me. So I didn't know that, and I went outside, and my pastry chef or cook or whatever he was at the time was there, and he came out. He's like, what's going on? And he told me what happened. I'm like, what? I'm sorry, it wasn't the pastry. He ended up being my banquet chef. I'm like, what are you talking about? What the hell does that guy got with me? He's like, nah. He was saying, I guess he almost made him cry. I was like, what? Man, I was like, these guys are so soft. He was younger than me. He was in the millennial. He was a young millennial. He was probably born in 82 or 83. I just didn't have time for his bull crap. It's like that was when I started when millennials started going to college and entering the workforce. That's when we started having problems with human resources. God, I'll never forget those times. All of a sudden, we're like, hey, we got to have a class, and everybody's got to sit down, and we're all like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, there's rules now. They're going to be enforcing. We're like, what? Like, I remember one of the first things that happened it was huge. I think I was just dating your mom at the time. We just barely started dating, and some lawsuit. It was huge in Arizona. Some server, and he was crying that the kitchen treated him bad and they hurt his feelings. I don't know. Then they got to lock them in the walk-in. Normal crap that we're used to. That's part of the kitchen life. You don't like it? Don't work there. I'm sorry. I'm tired of all these people entering the kitchen world and they're like, oh my God, why are they so rough? Nobody asked you to come into our world, all right? Go and sit in Fufu Land with mommy. Nobody asked you to join our world. But they sued, I don't know if it was a Cheesecake Factory or who they sued, but they got a crap load of money. So a little bit, I don't think they got too much. Because they found out how long he worked there, and he didn't start making a complaint until they started writing him up because he was getting lazy and he was messing up at work. See, that's the thing. We all joke around. We used to play hard, but at the same time, when it came time to the job, like clocking in, that's when you switch modes. That was work mode and play mode. And some of the millennials that were coming in, they couldn't understand the difference. They couldn't understand that we had work and play, and you have to learn how to click on them. Just like when I worked at Sunset Catch in Fort Lauderdale. I remember I had a friend of mine. She told me, "Oh my God, you're so awesome! I love working with you." She's like, "But I hate it once the clock starts." I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Well, once we open, you like change." I was like, "Well, it's business time, you know. We can't joke around anymore. It's time to get serious." I was like, "You guys want to play around while it's work time?" No, I'm old school. We know the difference. But yeah, that's how it was. But yeah, speaking of your friend and maturity, I mean, that's a chance you take. You know, you gotta understand that just sometimes people might not like you just because you like them. Take celebrities. Think about a celebrity has that crazed ass psycho fan that spends 24 hours adoring the fan. You think that celebrity's gonna like that cuckoo munuku? He's gonna be like, "No, hell no, this fool's crazy. Of course he's not gonna like you. But you adore him." But he's like, "Okay, you're psycho." Oh, look at that. The screen got cloudy. Why would that happen? Oh, there you go. No, look. Back to cloudy. Wonder why he does that. Think it's the sun?
Maybe.
Maybe the little wind that thingy got dirty. The lens? Because I think there's no wind blowing in front of it. That don't make no sense why would not. Or it'd be messing up.
You seem to be. Oh, you seem to know a lot of great movies to watch. Like some that I've never heard of before. Like that one movie about the chef who freaks out over a critic over a lava cake.
Oh, that's the movie chef. Well, I spent a lot of time watching movies. You gotta remember, me and your grandfather, things went south. Our sisters, one with my mom and I was with my dad. And a lot of times, me and my grandpa, we didn't have much money. We just, stayed home, and I really couldn't do much. But me and him, a lot of times, we just kick back and watch TV, or he rent videos, and we're always watching new movies. And at that time, the '80s, that's when videotape had just started, so it exploded. You're able to rent all these movies. It was awesome. It was a whole new era of just that exploded was when VHS came about. Because now all of a sudden you could just rent. You didn't have to go to the movie theater. You had all these choices now. Even old movies, you might not have seen, or you didn't have the money to go see in the theater that you couldn't see anyways. And now you could. So it was awesome. And it was the longer VHS was around, the cheaper they got, the cheaper rentals got, the better deals you had. It was a cool time.
Wow.
Yeah. Henderson's so much different than Vegas, I swear to God. Like, just comparing here and over there is just insane. It just doesn't. Ow, my legs. See, that's more than no. That's where it should have been.
I've been trying to get more into other video game genres that aren't just the same running gun games. But most of the new games of my generation are about the same thing. It's either about TV shows, sequels, remakes, remasters.
No, I mean your generation has a grip of games to choose from. Then, though, the only thing I like my generation over yours is that we had games that we didn't need an internet hookup, we didn't need a store. We just popped into the game, played it. That was it. There's none of this wait to download. There's no get this update. No, fuck that shit. There's no oh you need to access your memories. You need internet. No, we had memory cards, fool. Like yeah, and like yeah, we had grip of them at times, and we labeled them. This one's for that game. This one's also for that game. Da 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 da. You know, yeah, it was a lot more. Take a lot more space physically, but they were your game. You didn't have to worry about them being taken away, or them being stopped, or them being updated, or none of that. Like no, there wasn't any of that crap anymore. Or you have to worry about somebody hacking the software program and robbing everybody's whatever it is money that you have in there. That's why I still, for me, the best PlayStation will always be the PlayStation 2. That's the one I like. That to me, that's the one that has Death Jam Vendetta, which is an awesome game. That one and the Fight for New York. I think Fight for New York is the one I really like. Yeah, which one's the second one? The second one's the one I really like. I don't know if it's part one or part two. I mean, I know it's part two, but I don't know which one's first, Fight for New York or Vendetta. But anyways, you guys have like so many games. You know, it's crazy.
And the worst part is that the size of the games are getting a lot bigger. One of my friends had to get a 3 terabyte memory card, and he can't even use it to its full potential. He has to leave at least like 1 terabyte empty, or else his console starts freaking out because it's not supposed to be using that much storage.
Yeah, that's insane. Oh, back in the hood. Time to go bye bye.